But anyway, okay, so the girls on the freshman class double XL list. We got Glorilla. Big Glow earned that motherfucking spot. And I think Glorilla is actually a perfect example of the difference. So like Glorilla been hustling and working for 2 years, then had FNF went crazy for a full year. She had Tomorrow 2, the big feature. Like she really had to go up for so long, and it's like, yeah, so like to hear that, so I'm comparing that to somebody like Ice Spice, who drops an EP, did That Boy's a Liar, and then got a Nicki feature, and it's like, I know I'm not mad. I like Ice Spice. Like I like Ice Spice. I always have like Ice Spice. Y'all ain't never heard me say nothing bad about Ice Spice. I like Ice Spice. I just think that Ice Spice is a symbol of something else that I do not like about the industry. Lola Brooke.
You ain't saying it about Cardi.
And I won't say that shit about Cardi. And who the fuck is gonna check me about it? Because Cardi did what the fuck she had to do.
That's not true.
Yes, she did. Cardi, baby, the delusion, okay? Because what y'all not finna do. No, it's very much a delusion because y'all not finna sit here and act like Cardi did not. Y'all not finna act like Cardi did not change the fucking game.
No, Nicki Minaj changed
No, and so did Cardi, because Nicki Minaj was the bitch. Cardi was the bitch that's been having Nicki shaking in her boots for the past 8 motherfucking years, all on Twitter.
So
Cardi turned Nicki into a fucking Twitter troll.
So understand.
Cardi got that lady so pressed.
Understand this. When each rapper comes out and they do their big one and they knock down these doors, they make it very easier for other people under them to just walk through these doors and achieve major accomplishments in short periods of time. Like Nicki Minaj knocked down doors so Cardi can walk through them doors. Cardi walked through them doors and knocked down more doors, so you see people like Ice Spice running through these doors. Ice Spice is about to knock down doors, so the person under her is about to build a roller coaster in that bitch. That's just how it is. Nicki Minaj did 10 years facing niggas in rap, not getting Grammys, not doing. Cardi came out 1 year, got 2 Grammys, got all these number ones. All this because Nicki Minaj fought the streaming wars, fought so that girls can be recognized for their streaming and that their streaming can be counted towards billboards. Fought for all this shit so that Cardi can come next and have a number 1 song as soon as she releases, so that Cardi can be Grammy nominated soon as she come out, so that Cardi can win her Grammy soon as she come out. So now that Cardi knocked down these doors, now that you see Ice Spice in 8 months achieving all this shit that these girls done knock down these doors, don't complain now. Y'all didn't complain about Cardi.
I don't think. Well, so first and foremost, let's back it up, because I don't. For one, Ice Spice haven't accomplished a lot of the shit that
she has. Well, the shit you naming in 8 months, Nicki features this bitch on the soundtrack. Barbie, she is.
No. I'm not talking about like I think Ice Spice is working. Absolutely. Oh, the bitch is working. Like that's work. That's work. What I'm talking about is the respect and reverence that Ice Spice is getting in the position, and that she is able, or that she
even has the audacity to turn down.
Some of the steps that she's skipping, or not even skipping. I think what it's really not about Ice Spice, and that's kind of what I want to clarify. It's not about Ice Spice. It's interesting to see a generation that can bring up an artist that like don't think that like a double XL freshman class is exciting or important. That's all I'm saying. That's all. Like I'm still excited. Like I'm still excited to see Glorilla, Lola Brooke, and Tia Korean on the double XL freshman class. Like as a fan of the genre, I am excited to see these girls in this particular position, right? And I don't even think that that's like a factor for a lot of other fans of the genre. That's all I'm saying. It's not even about Ice Spice. And I don't know how this became. Now, y'all, I'm gonna have to clean this up when we do the Ice Spice episode, because like I like Ice Spice. Like I think that she is so cute. I like the music. Like I love like Acting a Smoochie is my shit. Munch, obviously, go to fuck up. Princess Diana is hard. I don't personally think that that was Nicki's best feature verse, but like Princess Diana is
Oh
everything.
no.
Also, Nicki was so awkward in that video. You got to go talk to y'all. Y'all got to go talk to y'all auntie. Y'all got to go talk to
Uh,
y'all auntie. And you know I ain't lying, friend, because
but
you
to
said
bring
that
it
before
back,
too.
to bring
Pierre
it back,
said every time Nicki Minaj has an insecurity, I can tell what it is. Ever since Pierre has said that, I have not been able to get it out of my head. And when she was rolling around on that floor in that Princess Diana video, I said, "Oh, Nicki, girl,
to bring
just
it back, I agree with Cecily, but I do not think that people made these complaints when Onika Tanya Mirage was talking about these same complaints. There are this is a serious matters because
So
these complaints are about
why do me bringing it up, God, what does me bringing it
because
up have to do with the fact that it wasn't brought up with this other
no
person? Like this
because
ain't got shit to do with her.
no because you can't let it you can't on one you cannot on one end say, oh my god, I think it's okay that people can write for other people, then say, oh, I do not think it's okay that people do not take the steps and skip
I
um
because it's
skip
us
double XL
because it's bigger
when the
than just
most
writing.
important because
No,
Cecily, that is the most important part of rap,
here.
Cecily.
But it's not the
Understand,
only part.
but
But
it's
it's
the
not the only
but I
part.
want you to understand this, Cecily. As a rapper, someone who has been rapping for over 10 years, it is so offensive for people to join my genre, to come in my industry, to come in my artistry, something that even you just did 11 fucking songs and you sat down and you put the pen to the motherfucking pad. It is so offensive for people to come in my genre and not only not rap and not write, but exceed and shoot to the stars and shoot to the sky, and they have not been the artists that people have been for 50 years. We are celebrating 50 years in hip hop, and we have people on the charts. We have Grammy award winning rappers who did not write the rap they have received a Grammy for. That is so offensive. And people who have not been rapping, people who don't care that much, they're just like, big fucking deal when they
It's
don't
not
understand. They don't
it's not that I
understand
don't
that it is
care.
a huge. Cecily, it is a huge fucking deal. And people who are not artists, if we found out Michelangelo didn't paint his motherfucker, it's so offensive. It's so offensive, and y'all really don't
I
care.
do care. No, I do care.
And this is
I do
not
care.
Cardi shame. This is not Cardi because
I feel like it is, but it's
no, oh
okay.
no, no, no. This is the state of hip hop. I'm talking about
Thank you.
this is the state of hip hop. I am pissed off. I am mad because I feel like Cardi made it popular. Cardi was the first person I've ever heard after years of hearing Drake had a ghostwriter, after years of hearing Nicki Minaj, Safari wrote for Nicki Minaj, after years of saying, oh, Ghost wrote for Wade, after years of all these accusations and all of this and people saying, bitch, I write my own shit. Cardi was the first person I heard that say, okay, and since that point, hip hop went downhill because everybody was like, yeah, I got a writer. That is disgusting. That is disgusting.
Okay. I hear you. And it's not that I don't care. I do think that there is a certain, obviously, there, if we're talking about the artistry and the art form of hip hop, yes, rappers should be writing their own shit. Or I guess I shouldn't say rappers, like real rappers write their own shit. To become a hip hop, but I also also taking a step back and looking at this culturally and understanding what hip hop has meant for like our communities. how hip hop has also existed as a means for people to um hip hop was never valued in the same way that like high art was valued, in a way
Mhm.
that literature has been valued, where you know what I'm saying, like to touch an original fucking Shakespeare is fuck your thumb is
Mhm.
now worth $1 billion.
Mhm.
That's never gonna happen with any fucking Jay-Z, Nicki Minaj, Lil Wayne, Nas. No rappers bars are ever going to be that worth that much, which is why hip hop had to become this fucking global commodity that it has. Like, we have a lot of conversations about how like hip hop artists need to gatekeep more and things like that, and like we need to keep that nuance and that context in place, because sometimes we forget the circumstances that led them to have to do that in the first place. Because if not, they would have had all of that fucking talent in them pens, and they would have had to still take their ass back to the fucking projects in the Bronx where the shit started. They would never have been able to feed their families. They would never have been able to make a fucking living. And again, the community aspect that I mentioned earlier, the fact that this has become a vehicle for people to achieve like success, to be able to flex whatever little bit of talent that they do have, right? Like, I think about so many rappers who really want to be fucking actors. Like, at the end of the day, we all know Cardi a fucking entertainer. Like, that's
Mhm.
really like
Mhm.
Cardi's star power has taken
Yeah.
her to where the fuck she needed to go, right? And so like I am a person who is not upset that hip hop can be a vehicle for that kind of ascension and acceleration. And so I do not be upset when a bitch who literally had fucked up teeth and was working at a shitty ass strip club in New York gets to become this because she can do rap. Like, cool. And I also say that because there's also bitches who try that and don't even be good at that. I, I've talked about them. Them bitches who be giving no personality, who be giving tacky, who be giving performative, sweetie, who, you know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
Bia, you know what I'm saying? And it's crazy because Bia, actually, I think Bia writes. I think Bia being there with that motherfucking pen, she's still the least interesting person. And I gotta stop saying that, because I actually want Bia on the show, because I want Bia to prove me wrong. I feel like I need to talk to Bia, and I feel like
I
it would
like her.
change my mind. Right? No, especially when I saw her at the BET with Busta Rhymes, I was like, "There's got to be because like she getting stamped by the vets, and part of it is because she writes and she raps,
And people
she
gonna
flows,
respect that.
and people are gonna respect that, yeah. But anyway, I say all that to say, like, everybody is not good at everything. Like, I think another great example is JT. Like, JT, it's so obvious that to me that JT writes. Like, people don't like that style of rapping. People don't necessarily might not like what she writes, how she gets the words down. But I think that JT writes. JT raps. But like, it's other shit that be going on with JT that be kind of like, and that's why people fuck with Carisha in a different way when Carisha does not. So I just want to be clear. I'm not saying that it's not important, because it is, and I do wish that there was a way. But I think two things. One, I think that there are so few artists now who actually are writing. Like if that's the case, we need to shut the show down.
Oh,
We need to shut this whole show down. If that's really like how we coming at the shit, like, we need to shut the show down. And honestly, like, we don't ever need to listen to rap. We need to only listen to, I don't know, whatever. We need to just write our own poems or something, because like there's so few people that are doing that. And so I guess like, but I also think that there's so much else that goes into being like a performing artist that is also a talent in itself. You know what I'm saying? Like, being able to perform is also a talent. Having stage presence is also a talent. Being able to fucking dress and have a sense of taste and style is also a talent, and that not everybody has. So to our listeners, I just want to say I am a lot more comfortable than Pierre is, obviously, looking at an artist as an entire package, rather than like putting the brakes and stopping immediately at, do I think they write their shit or not. And also, what I also know about the industry and how it works as a fucking machine, the demands of the industry and the output that these girls are expected to have. And also, as a real motherfucking writer who knows how shit like writer's block and motherfucking how hard it is to get creative and write some shit that you actually feel comfortable even putting out, I know for a fact that there's not a single fucking artist who is sitting down and writing all that shit, including fucking Nicki Minaj. It's just not possible. You cannot work anybody human that fucking hard and still expect for them to sit down and produce. It's just not possible. I'm sorry. So
I disagree.
And it's been tea that has been spilled with recent feature verses that Nicki has been on.
I disagree.
Okay, that's fine.